My father grew up in Melrose. His folks were in the phone business. He left the phone business. He got a master's electrician's license, and he had started Arvig Brothers Construction, which was a rural electrical power line building company. They were working under the REA Act for electrical to rural America. They passed the same rule for telephony, for the telephone industry, in 1948. And we bought the company in October of 1950, my father did. It was put up for auction by the Railroad and Warehouse Commission of the state. So he got back into the business that he grew up in, was born in. 1952, Dad went to Washington, D.C. to get a loan, and it was a figure that sticks in my mind. It was like $243,000 to build to the rural. And at that time, the rural lines would all been on a pole, 2 copper wires. The problem with the aerial is that we had stretches go down somewhere every winter from an ice storm. Poles would snap off because of too much weight, especially on the 30 wire. After about 1954, we started burying cable. They kept the same crew that they had doing the electrical, was now doing the telephone. Our expansion has primarily been family-owned companies that have come to us and said, we would like out, would you buy us? We think that's because we were kind of a leader in the industry. I was sent to Walker to be the manager and the central office technician for a brand new switchboard that we'd put in until my father's death in '75. Then my mother was the president and I became the manager. That was in 1975. We had 26 employees, a little over 9,000 voice customers, and that was it. Now they wouldn't recognize it. In 1988, I got involved with a national organization called Opastico. All you heard about was internet, internet, internet. We said that is the future of telephony. It's the fiber optics and the internet. We've always been a leading edge company in technology. Something was coming along, we kind of liked to get in first and try it. And we came like the second company in the nation, and that was fiber optics. I mean, it was first stage fiber optics, and that went from New York Mills to Rush Lake. We had 110 customers on it. Those people for a long time were kind of the guinea pigs. They got better service when it wasn't being switched over to something else.
Sometimes I call it the bleeding edge because the electronics on that has been changed out 5 or 6 times. So on a per home basis, that's probably the most expensive that we've done. But we learned a lot about it.
Our manager that we had in Twin Valley was getting ready to retire. David went up there, and his first charge that he was given was to get the internet into every school and every library in every exchange that we operated in. They were to get it free of charge. Some board members didn't appreciate it, and they'd bring up the deficit of the internet. Now it's the #1 revenue driver in the whole company. That's what's being leading edge. Got us.
And what really kicked it off is when the web browsers like Netscape came up, and now you had the World Wide Web, and 56K modems came in shortly after that and made things a lot more usable, and it just took off like crazy. We did some early trials of high-speed internet, and that was in the probably mid-90s. And it was super expensive. It was basically an early version of DSL, probably about double what you'd get from a 56K modem. We want to make it so people want to work for us and they'll stay a long time. And in 2002, we decided we're going to create this ESOP. And part of it is that there's a lot of studies that show that when you have an ESOP and if you do it right, you're sharing part of that company with your employees. The pie is bigger, so you actually come out ahead. And that's exactly what's happened here. And our employees are really good they care about our customers. We care about our communities, and since then, the company has grown tremendously. We started in 2012 building out the metro fiber network. Of course, it was just a loop around the 3 metro areas in the state, in St. Cloud and Rochester and Minneapolis. And we had that sales team, and they started selling on it. The feeling was that was going to be where we wanted to go.
Where are we going to be 5 years from now? We should be done getting fiber to all the rural customers. We got 5 years to finish it. We figure we'll be done in 4.
At that point, we have to do better than everybody else if we want to continue to keep adding customers. Affordability is part of it. Our employees are a big part of it. Our systems, we're working on enterprise mindset now, but mostly it's about employees.